Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast today. Today, we have two guests again, and they are Sadia and Saima. And our topic is going to
Assalamu
be
alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam. Our topic is going to be on the mermaids. Okay, whether they existed, whether they exist, what are the possibilities of their existing. But before we get into the discussion, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. And remember to hit the bell icon so that you can get notifications whenever we release a new podcast because it's difficult for us to follow schedule, but whenever we release one, you can always get notified. So, welcome to the podcast, Saima and Sadia.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Mona.
Okay, let me share my opinion. I think that mermaids may have existed in the past, and maybe they have gone extinct. It is possible that they have gone extinct. Maybe there is one or two of them alive somewhere. That's what I feel. What do you think about it?
I
Hmm.
personally don't believe in mermaids. Yes, it's a possibility they might have existed at some point in time, but now ah, I really don't believe they exist. What about you, Saima? What do you
What
think?
about?
I think that they may still exist because I think this is statistically, I think only 5% of the ocean has been explored, the deep sea, deep oceans. A lot of the ocean has not been, never been explored. So, yeah, there's a possibility they still exist. There's a possibility they do exist. I think it's possible.
My problem is if they really exist or existed, how is it possible that we don't have anything to support their existence so far? You know, a picture or something. कहीं पे भी कोई sighting होती, authentic sighting. All the content online that I have come across till date, it doesn't feel authentic to me.
Well, let
Uh,
me add something here. I feel that there is like historic evidence that mermaids did exist. A few days ago, I was reading something about it online, and there are some Egyptian records, ancient civilizations that claim encountering mermaids. Like at that time when the world was being explored. Okay, Sama wanted to say something. Sama.
Yeah, I wanted to say that there is historical evidence, and then recently there has also been some scientific evidence. But you see, the thing is, these kind of things are generally hushed up. Hushed up because of, I really don't know why they hushed them up. But yeah, there has been some scientific evidence about some bunny remains being found. I came across something like that online also. Then the other thing is, one of these findings was during some covert operation of the Navy or something with sonic waves that caused deaths of several sea animals. So it's during that I think that some remains surfaced. That besides that there are some others too. So these remains seem to be of something that's between a fish and a human, something like that. Yeah.
I saw that video you're talking about, but it's a very old one, I think it's almost 5 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And that was the only kind of video I have seen so far that had a little bit of, made a little bit of sense at least. But then again, if it is so hushed up and still, I still don't feel there's anything to support it more strongly.
You know, these things, the other thing is by nature, humans are destructive. We've destroyed so much of our natural habitat. We've endangered so many of the other species around.
But
It's not
Saima,
surprising they themselves may not want to be known that they exist.
Yes, I agree with that, Saima, that humans have destroyed a lot of things. Okay. And yes, almost like 95% of the water body on Earth has not been explored. And there are some deep, dark corners where people have, gone and tried to explore. And now we have strange creatures coming up. And if you notice, some of them have features mixed with horses, with sea lions and fish. When there can be mixtures of all kinds naturally existing, which is a sign that God can create anything. Why not open your mind to the possibility that mermaids do exist? Of course, they won't look like the Little Mermaid cartoon. They won't be exactly like us. They won't have features like a normal human that walks on the surface of Earth. There will be differences like maybe they have gills, maybe they look ugly, maybe they have scales all over their face. But I think they could exist in a modified version. And yes, there have been hoaxes about this. I don't deny that. And at the same time, there have been other things that FBI agents and people have covered up in the past. So why not there have been rumors, and I believe there's no smoke without fire. What if there were fossils or corpses of mermaid-like things that have surfaced, but the governments have hushed it up? What if?
Do you think they have ever found fossils? I haven't come across any content of the sort, but do you think fossils? Did they ever find fossils or something like that?
They found some bone remains, not exactly fossils, but yeah, they found some unusual skeletons. Then yes, there are hoaxes also, because they say that a lot of some of the media pictures have been photoshopped. But that aside, throughout history, there have been some documentations here and there about mermaids. It's the same thing. If you just not just mermaids, other mythical creatures, other creatures of the seas do exist. I think they exist.
Yeah, and another
Like the
thing
Loch
is,
Ness.
I won't say that they will be magical, okay? If don't go into the movie-like thing, the cartoons that we have, it won't be
Oh,
anything
gosh.
magical. They would even not be as intelligent as we are, probably. Although there was this scientific video that people tried to explain the possibility of evolution. What I don't agree with is evolution, okay? I don't believe in evolution and the Big Bang Theory and all that. But in the video I saw, let's scratch that part about evolution, but it made sense to say that mermaids did exist and they have probably gone extinct because whales ate them up or sharks ate them up, and there has been like a threat to them for several centuries, so they have gone into hiding or they have probably gone extinct.
No, I don't think they've gone extinct. Now, as I said, very little of the ocean has been explored. They may be hiding there somewhere. And as I said, every species' natural instinct is to protect itself. Now, when humans are destructive by nature, you're hunting and killing the whales, and there's whaling going on, and a lot of animals are going extinct. I mean, of course, these creatures will not surface. They're not going to show up unless
Have you
accidentally washes up, something dies, something washes up, like in that one of those videos that I saw during some military experiments, some navy experiments. A lot of whales were killed, and that's the time some remains were also identified, some body washed up. Unless they accidentally show up on the surface, I think these creatures would want to remain hidden.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Need to
I
open.
still don't agree, but but well, yes, if Allah wills it, if Allah wishes it, it can happen. It could be a possibility if Allah wills it. That's
Yeah,
what I would say.
that anything is possible, and that's one of the reasons why I don't want to say it's not possible or they don't exist or they never existed. And my argument basically is, why did some ancient civilizations have diagrams of mermaid? Like, there are these like documents or paintings that show people traveling and exploring the earth and coming across sailors in the water, and there have been like reports about it that they have been very mean. They have pulled sailors underwater and killed them. Of course, they must have a predator fear or something, and there have been accidents reported. There should be some truth to it. I believe there is some truth.
You know something regarding this, similar to this, many religions have these mythologies, like Hinduism also, they have these gods with different structures. Some have the head of an elephant, and, these kind of things. But to me, that is what it identifies for me. Myth. Maybe some religions believed in it, but there's no, I feel it was just part of mythology. It is not really true as
Somehow,
such.
No, yeah, part of mythology, but some ancient religions also believed in it. Ancient religions and some pagan religions, like in Nigeria now, there's that thing about the mummy water in the south, in the east. They believe that there are mermaids that live in waters, that they are gods of the waters, something like that. I'm not so familiar with the whole thing, but yeah, there's that concept here too. And similar to that, they have been in several ancient civilizations and in other religions also. So it's a possibility. And as I said, maybe they accidentally washed up in these areas. They didn't want to be seen. They were seen. There is a possibility they existed and still do exist. I think it's possible.
yeah, it makes sense. Besides, I told you
Yeah,
there
it
have
would
been
be good if they did exist.
yeah, and there
I
have been documentaries about this that they've actually captured a mermaid, and FBI is keeping it hushed up, and they're running some tests on it and this and that. I have also seen a video about that. I don't know if you have seen anything like that.
it would be good if you share these things in the comments, and even our viewers, please do share what you come across about this topic. We would love to know about it too.
Yeah, that would be great. And I think we're coming to an end of this podcast. So, anything you want to say? Anything you guys want to add to this before I say goodbye?
No, I think
No, I think
it
I'm
would.
good.
Yeah, it would be good to see all the comments from people, especially about any videos, any documentaries,
To
any
prove that,
Yes, anything.
yeah
yeah,
And
information about
hopefully
the.
something authentic.
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be nice.
it'll be nice. Well, we'll be back again with some more interesting topics. So make sure you guys subscribe, and Allah Hafiz for now.
Please don't forget to share as well.
Yeah, and share our podcast, please.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.